It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are live with Espresso. We're back in the kitchen with private chef Joy, and we're going to take out our frustrations on the humble potato. The humble spud gives us so many classic recipes that we all love to sink our teeth into, from potato salad to smashed potatoes. And that's what's on the menu today. Allow us to introduce our new favorite potato recipe. It's called crispy smashed potatoes with a delicious, delectable, spicy Clover Classic dressing.
Sure.
Ooh!
So
this is simple, but you've got to do it right. And I've never actually, believe it or not, made smashed potatoes.
Really?
Can you believe it?
Can you believe
so, buddy, I'm going to learn the fundamentals now. So where do we begin? I know my job is going to be the sauce, and you can guide me through that in a moment, but where do we start with our potatoes?
So these are parboiled.
Okay.
Boiled, normally for like 10, 15 minutes also.
Okay.
Yeah. So I normally use a knife or my hand. You can use a fork.
Depends how angry you are.
Depends how angry you are.
Yeah. You can use a karate chop,
yeah, you can do that. So I'm going to use a fork in this instant, and we're going to push them down slightly like that, right?
Okay, so hence why they've got to be parboiled and pre-cooked, so they're relatively mushy and soft.
Exactly.
Cool.
That's that.
And I suppose, I mean, you could do it with a bigger spud, but these baby potatoes, it works well in this instance.
It is, yeah. And also you want it to cook faster also. So
yeah.
That's another thing.
And what I see here is there's more kind of angles to crisp.
Yeah.
That for me is like, with the joy of something like this is you want that textural element. So you've got the kind of soft center, but the crispy
crunchy on the outside.
I'm like that with my spuds when I do them, because I'll par cook them and then I'll put them in the oven until they are so crispy on the outside that the interior is almost liquid.
Yeah,
it's so soft.
It's soft. You can deep fry these also if you like. They come out better.
Or air fry, I suppose.
Or air fry. We've got air fryers now.
The trend at the moment.
You can cook them in dark fat also, if you like dark fat.
Oh, now you're getting quite fancy, eh? And that's become quite the in thing at the moment, but it does. I'll do, like, often I'll try that with roast potatoes, and it does add a different flavor component.
Exactly.
So I see you've been quite generous with the seasoning at this stage. How important is it to season as you go with something like this?
It's very important, but you also don't want to over-season things.
Okay.
So we can adjust as we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So these will go in the oven at 200.
Okay, so quite high. Cool.
Quite high. There we go. So put it here.
Beautiful. Okay, so something like that's a great sounding board for flavor, because you can just pick it up, you can dip it, you can crunch it, but we need the right kind of sauce. So talk me through the ingredients that are going into the sauce here, and I will do my best to put it together.
So we've got limes for acid. We've got cumin, we've got cayenne pepper, we've got coriander, salt, sweet chili.
Ooh, nice. Okay, how much of our Clover Classic dairy snack am I putting in?
I have 3 tablespoons.
Okay. Well, I suppose you can do as much as you like, but
as you like, yeah.
This is a good sounding board.
Then we're going to add our chili sauce.
So I like that. It's going to have a bit of a bite. I personally would up the heat.
Me too.
I'm a bit of a freak for chili. I'll put the... so you said this is cumin?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, so this is going to be a nice, well-rounded...
It's cayenne pepper.
Sure.
Also, that's going to be quite spicy.
A little
salt.
Okay, so now hence why I understand we don't need to over-season the potatoes, because we've got
that in there.
Here we've got a lot of flavor going in.
Lemon juice, lemon zest, or lime.
Lime. What, is there a fundamental difference? Because we often use lime in recipes like this, especially for like a finishing flavor.
Sure.
Is there a difference between lemon and lime, or what would that...
There is. Limes bring out much flavor into anything that you put, whereas lemons have a subtle flavor.
A slightly more subtle flavor, yeah. And we're lucky that we get really good limes here in the Cape.
Yeah, good.
And a little bit of coriander. And then I'm going to mix that all together, and we have got... And I mean, this is our choice, because I think you want a nice, strong flavor.
Strong flavor, yeah.
But if you want to kind of lessen it in any way you can have a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah, you can add water also to thin it up a little bit.
Absolutely beautiful. And while we let those flavors infuse, what's key to this, and what I love, is the balance here, and bringing that balance. The Clover Classic dairy snack, it's smooth, it's delicious, it's creamy, it's the perfect go-to for that timeless taste, and it comes in a variety of flavors as well. Today we're obviously using the plain flavor because we need that kind of neutrality to give our roasted smashed potatoes a nice creamy, spicy edge. Absolutely beautiful. I love that. You could almost even go like a curry kind of vibe if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk myself across here and I'm going to have a little taste of our smashed potatoes. How long do they need to be in the oven for to get that right kind of texture?
I'd say 15 to 20 minutes. Also, you can just keep checking or adjust your heat if you want.
Okay, and if you want to get this recipe, it's on espressoshow.com. In fact, you'll find all of our culinary inspiration there. Oh, that sauce is it's a lot. It fills the senses. There's heat there. There's loads of flavor. But for me, it's the textural element of the crispy potato, the soft center with that beautiful sauce. Chef Joy, you're an absolute legend. Go to espressoshow.com to get this recipe. Wow.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.